Today we're going to talk about these stairs that are appearing in the woods. What do you think about them?
I didn't really know it was a thing until you mentioned it as a potential topic. So I have researched it a bit, and the thought of them is very terrifying. And if I saw a set of stairs standing independently in the middle of the woods somewhere, I would definitely walk away as fast as I could, not look at them, eyes to the ground. But I don't believe that they are truly paranormal.
Yeah, I wonder if they're more governmental. But what scares me is it seems like, I would have just normally, okay, I can't put the baby bird in the back, so you're going to hear stop it and a lot of flat talks. But I would be afraid that my drive to go up the stairs would become stronger because it seems like it increases your want to go up them, and I'd be afraid I'd go up the damn things.
Yes, I think so too. Although I am disabled, and so I don't know that I would be capable of really going up the stairs, at least not very far.
That's a good point. That's because I'm technically supposed to be disabled too, but I forget I'm disabled and I just go. But I still think my drive to want to go up them would be there. This is Parawoman Radio, the Highly Strange Days podcast. If you could give this live a thumbs up, helps us go out into the algorithm, bring more people back to the party. It's just a free way to help us out. We're coming to you over on YouTube today. Hi, YouTube. We're over on Facebook. Hi, Facebook. And we're on X. Hi, X. So if you could give us love, however you do on each of those platforms, it's just really appreciated. Here we go.
I think what got me really nervous about this clip that we're about to see is that it supposedly took place in Michigan, which is where I am.
Yeah, that's what scared me too. I'm never going in the woods again, I swear.
Well, yeah, and I think it's highly unlikely. I think what got me really nervous about this clip that we're about to see is that it supposedly took place in Michigan, which is where I am.
Yeah, that's what scared me too.
We safe, drop our stuff off at the lodge. There's like 35 of us. You're allowed to spread out because you guys are on the same trail, but everybody's within 2 miles of each other. There's always a park ranger way behind. There's always park ranger way ahead. We're technically with a lot of people, but it's just me and Sam. The lining of trees on the side of the trail is like really, really, really dense. You couldn't see a deer if it was 10 feet in. I look off to the right and there's a gap in the trees, and there's like a staircase 100 yards into the forest. It sticks out completely. It's so out of place. It looks like it's plucked out of a mansion. It looks like you were building a Sims house and you chose the staircase, but you just put the staircase there and then you deleted the rest of the house. But it just stops. It doesn't go anywhere. It's only like 10 feet high. That's weird. We look at each other.
Doesn't it not seem like he's being interviewed here?
Yes, he's really good because I totally thought he was telling it from his memory.
Yeah.
Aren't around. Let's go check this out. So we start walking towards it, and the closer we're getting to it, the more eerie that it's feeling. This isn't like your local forest preserve. We are in the middle of the woods. This is like we are on a nature adventure. When you see something so clearly man-made, it f***s with you. It's weird. Why is that here? This thing's like almost glowing. It almost has like a. It was almost like I was getting like intrusive thoughts. Everything in my head.
See, it's there where he's saying like it gives you intrusive thoughts and it's glowing. That's why I would fear my mind.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Is saying like go up these stairs, but I just run up and I just hop on the first stair. And I have my hand on the railing and both my feet on the first stair. This is where it gets weird. The second I got onto it, it almost felt like it had like a little like light vibration to it. I felt it on my feet and on my hand, tingled a little bit. I'm like laughing, like giggling. Oh, this is like really weird. And then I'm inspecting the staircase. It has carpet on the stairs. The railing's white, the carpet's blue, like a royal blue. And there's no debris on it. There's not a leaf. There's not a sprinkle of dirt, or there's not a bug crawling on it. There's not a blade of grass on it. I'm like giggling and kind of just like talking out loud, super weird, like trying to be like giggly about it. But the longer that I'm on it, it starts feeling wrong. It almost starts to feel like a trap. Part of my head is saying keep going to the top. And then before I climb to the top of the stairs, I look back at Sam, and Sam is looking at me like he's horrified. Like he's looking at me like I have like a gash on my face, clearly distressed. And I'm like, and then I look back to the top and I'm like, should I still go to the top, right? Intrusive thought. And he grabs me by the hood and he like yanks me off the stairs really, really hard. And I'm on my back on the floor. He immediately goes up to me. He's like, are you okay? Yeah, dude, why'd you pull me so hard? He's like, no, are you okay? What are you talking about? And this is the part I'm slightly weird and ashamed about. I thought I was on there giggling, and he said I was having like a standing seizure, and I don't remember that. My perspective is laughing, the staircase is vibrating, and I'm looking at this weird, immaculate staircase in the woods, and he says my eyes are rolling in the back of my head and I'm having a seizure. So he yanks me off of it because it happened the second I touched it. I feel completely fine. No type of side effect to it whatsoever. He helps me to my feet. He's like, are you okay to walk? Like, do I need to go get help? And I'm like, absolutely not.
Let's get out of here, yeah.
We hustle back to the trail, we get on it, nobody's around, it's all good. We talk about it for a bit, but I have to convince him that I'm fine. And I do. Like, he's like, okay, like that was super, super weird. Let's just keep it going. We have to get this campsite anyway. We just finish up the hike. We get to the campsite, everybody's there, it's all good. Nobody saw anything, nobody noticed anything. There's food being made, it's been a long hike, everybody's tired. We're eating and stuff. As everybody's dispersing, one of the park rangers is looking at me with concern. And I could tell he's looking at me and I'm like, did Sam tell this guy? And then I'm embarrassed, bro. And then I asked Sam, like, dude, did you tell him? No, dude, I didn't tell anybody. Like, it's all good. And I was like, okay, why is this guy looking at me funny? Sam goes to the tent, whatever. Because I go to the bathroom before I go to the tent. He catches me before I go to our tent. And this park ranger just like isolates me. Kind of looks pissed. He just like looks at me in the face, like right in my eyes, and just goes, please do not tell me you touched the stairs. Please do not tell me you touched the stairs. I promise I didn't break anything. I didn't mess with them because I'm thinking it's some sort of like national landmark. It's not about the stairs. I don't care that you damaged them. Did anything happen to you? Then I think he's concerned about my health. I try to downplay it. I threw like a little bit of a fit, but I'm fine. Because I'm thinking he's like, do I have this kid who's a liability on my campsite? He seems upset that I'm okay. He's like, if something didn't happen to you, something's gonna happen to somebody else. That's
never gets boring, except
No.
at the end. That's when it kind of got boring, when I was like, I don't know if this is true.
Right. Well, and then he goes on to talk about stories, and he's telling stories, and apparently that's what he does on this channel, is he tells stories.
Yeah.
So then I was like, oh, so this was all just a big story?
But it's not just a big story, because I went on to like try to see if like there were actual people like that are talking on the internet about it, and it's like in the algorithm, it's high up there. Everybody's talking about it. I did find a few articles on this. There's one from Ripley's, and it's Stairs to Nowhere When Creepypasta Becomes Urban Legend. So imagine stumbling across a staircase in the woods that can't be explained, a structure that stands alone with no other visible construction nearby, no foundation, no walls, and no vestiges of human activity. The concept is unsettling and a little creepy. And according to some Reddit users, these staircases have popped up in forests all over the world with no explanation, even going so far as to link them to some terrifying feelings, strange experiences, and seemingly unexplainable phenomenon. These include everything from grass refusing to grow near the stairs to a general sense of uneasiness when near them. But is there anything substantial to these claims, or are they merely Reddit users' attempts at creating short horror stories? And then they go on to the scoop.
I did notice that at the end of the article, I'm expecting them to say whether it's legit or not. Mm-hmm. They never, believe it or not, they're usually, Ripley's Believe It or Not, usually they tell you, right? They tell you that you should believe it or don't believe it, don't they?
Yeah, they like discredit it or credit it. They tell you one way or the other, but it doesn't. And none of these things tell you one way or the other.
Yeah. It just kind of was like, it didn't, the article, it didn't like specify.
And I'll link this down in the description. Let's skip forward to how the legend got started.
Okay.
At this point, you may be wondering how the whole staircase to nowhere conversation started in the first place. And at first glance, the user who launched interest in the subject represents themselves as legit. The Reddit user went by the name Search and Rescue Woods and claimed to be an American member of a search and rescue SAR unit. According to Search Rescue Woods, running into these structures in heavily vegetated area proves so common that most SAR employees don't even talk about it. As the user explained, on just about every case where we're really far into the wilderness, I'm talking 30 or 40 miles, at some point we'll find a staircase in the middle of the woods. It's almost like you took the stairs in your house, cut them out, and put them into the forest.
I just got to think that most of the ones that they find in the woods, maybe they belong to houses a long time ago.
Yeah, that's what I would think. This is a quick TikTok where she's talking about it.
Okay.
Birds up here. Hold on.
case. No other structure attached to it. Some stairs are in ruins. Some are perfectly sturdy.
That's a
some are
deer
iron
stand.
spirals, like the
Like
kind you
that.
find in a
What's that?
lighthouse. And they literally just reach up to nowhere. And there are so many different theories as to why these stairs are there and what actually happens when you climb them.
Only a few have ever dared to climb the staircases, and the people who have report feeling unnerved and unwelcome or even nauseous when they're up on the stairs.
Some people say the stairs lead to another dimension. Other people say it leads to hell. Others say that's why so many people and kids go missing in national forests, because they climb these stairs and they're never seen again.
So, I mean,
Yeah, I don't believe that.
yeah. I think if they're anything, they're like something governmental.
How do they know that these people who were never seen again climbed the stairs before they were never seen again?
I don't know. It's like that urban legend that's growing and growing. I do think there's things out there in the woods, though.
Oh, yeah.
That's why the story, that other guy's story, was so. I have one more article.
I don't know those. They look like ruins to me. They look like they've been there a really long time.
Yeah, none of them looked brand new. That's the thing. None of them look brand new.
Although, they do say that it looks like you just cut them out of your house. Well, no, not if they look like ruins.
Well, this article goes in and it says common attributes of the stairs in the woods.
Oh,
Why does he have to be right where it is? Just turn around. Many witnesses of stairs in the woods are startled by the fact that these stairs don't seem to be abandoned. They are typically free of vegetation and seem well maintained. Now, the ones that I showed, they're free of vegetation and they seem maintained.
well, yeah. I mean, they're not a pile of rubble.
Yeah. Well, you would think that one, the castle one, there was like stuff growing on it. And I don't know. They are sometimes described as being very old and made of stone, but other times they appear to be quite modern and very out of place. And then they go into possible explanations, the paranormal, the mundane.
What does it say about the possible explanations?
Well, it says that it's paranormal. It seems from some stories that the staircases could be anything from some sort of extraterrestrial activity to a residual haunting type of portal. And then the mundane is, they say the less fun thing is just old houses, abandoned buildings in the house that's the last thing standing.
What do you think?
I don't know what to think, to be honest. I'm leaning more towards creepypasta. What do you think?
Yes, definitely creepypasta. And I think that maybe people have taken it to another level and build stairs.
And yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm sure like with the crop circles, people have taken those to other levels. But I mean, like the one that we saw, that were the built wood stairs against the tree. I mean, that's a deer stand more than likely that probably came out of the tree, but the stairs are still there. Or they're just stairs to help the hunter get into the tree.
I don't think that I've actually seen a real life deer stand. So I don't have an answer to that one.
Well, the deer stand that I think right there.
That is absolutely handmade. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. That would be an ideal tree stand stairway.
Yeah.
So do you have any other videos where they talk about it?
Yeah, I have a few more.
Like Portugal, Brazil, Germany, Norway, Philippines, like all of those places started coming forward with people who have seen these random staircases to nowhere in the middle of the woods. The first person to tell this story ever, the first person to say they saw a staircase in the forest was a Reddit.
Forward.
They were covered in moss, but had a... Yeah, that's probably a good idea. If you're ever alone and you come across a broken structure like that, do not climb on it. It's not a good idea. There was a German Redditor who actually took a picture of the stairs they found in the woods, which is so cool. So I'll put the picture here definitely. It says, I saw some stairs in the woods a few years ago. Didn't know what to think of them and just took a picture. They were covered in moss, but had a railing on one side. And what's really creepy, because I'm reading from an article right now, it says, very few have ever dared to climb the staircase. So no one really knows what happens when you...
Yeah, I would dare to climb them because they're not... I don't know. If I didn't know anything about this, I would go up them because they don't look brand new like everyone's saying. Those stairs don't look brand new to me. But they look wide. Why are they so wide?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe to be more inviting.
Do climb it?
Like factory-ish, kind of, or like institution. Maybe there was an institution.
Yeah, the dimensions are, seem to be very precise. Yeah, I agree.
there's like one post I could find of a person who did. It's because it says that most people, when they see the staircase, they feel very unnerved, they feel unwelcome, or even nauseous by the presence of this staircase. This leads them to flee. So whenever you feel like negative energy from something, you got to get away from it. Like that's never a good sign, obviously. This is what it says. The stairs were made of loose cobble
from Detroit Story
and moist earth, like they were a work of something very long ago. I climbed the stairs thoughtlessly, half expecting there to be a landing to greet me at the top. So I guess these stairs were really, really tall, because if you couldn't see like where they ended, that's scary. So there wasn't a landing at the top, just another crumbly step and an unimpressive view. Something caught my eye as I craned my head. So he's standing at the top of the staircase, and suddenly he looks down into the bushes, and it says someone was looking at me. I remember clearly their dark, lean face, their round eyes black. No sooner I had seen the face than it disappeared again. Only then did I have the foresight to take off down the steps and back through the bushes and brambles. So when he got to the top of the stairs, he saw a very scary figure that appeared and then disappeared. So this was the only post that I could find of someone who actually dared to climb these stairs. But it's so weird. Like, you guys could literally research this yourself and read all of the different people who are talking about this, but so many people say that the closer they got to these stairs, the more scared they were. This is what it says. The stairs were made of loose cobble
from Detroit Story
and moist earth, like they were a work of something very long ago. I climbed the stairs thoughtlessly, half expecting there to be a landing to greet me at the top. So I guess these stairs were really, really tall, because if you couldn't see like where they ended, that's scary. So there wasn't a landing at the top, just another crumbly step and an unimpressive view. Something caught my eye as I craned my head. So he's standing at the top of the staircase, and suddenly he looks down into the bushes, and it says someone was looking at me. I remember clearly their dark, lean face, their round eyes black. No sooner I had seen the face than it disappeared again. Only then did I have the foresight to take off down the steps and back through the bushes and brambles.
I do want to say that I read that account that she was just reading about, and it to me it was even more creepy. She left out what I thought was a really creepy part, was that when he looked down, over the forest, once he got to the top, he said there were like these craters in the foliage where trees had come down, and so they were stumps. So you saw like all this foliage, and then these just pits, in where there was no tree, and that it was one of those pits that the figure poked its head out of and was looking at him.
Yikes!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's creepy.
Yep.
He's eating the baby now.
Oh no.
We have this little thing where I say, "Did you eat the baby?" And then we go, it tastes like chicken. But he loves to say, "Did you eat the baby?" over and over again.
Oh my God, that's hysterical. What is the baby?
I don't know. It came from, I changed it a little bit. You'll remember this. Do you remember like when the dingo ate that lady's baby?
Oh gosh, yes.
And then we all made fun of it, but then the dingo actually ate the lady's baby. It came out later, and I felt that would be like inappropriate to say. So I put the dingo out, and I just said, "Did you eat the baby?" I just said it out of the blue, and he loved it. Now he's
oh, that's so cute.
So I actually think we pounded the point home that they probably are not true, but they could be.
Yeah, just that possibility that lingers out there. It does unnerve me. And like I said, if I did see one, even though I don't believe they're true, if I did see one in the woods, I wouldn't mess with it. That's for darn sure.
So you can just consider this podcast as a friendly warning. If you see some stairs, don't do it.
No, don't do it.
Resist. Okay.
Well,
so
and it's just common sense. I mean, you don't know what's going on with those stairs. I wouldn't want to fall, have them collapse underneath me, break a leg.
I know, but there's a bunch of urban explorers out there, and I think I would love to be, I used to do that just before it was a thing. I loved to go into old buildings, but yeah, you have to be careful. You could fall in the woods and nobody would know.
Right? Because you're 30 to 40 miles away from nowhere.
That's another thing. I don't think I'm ever going to be 30 or 40 miles from nowhere.
No.
I'm not that diehard.
Me either.
But if you are that person, just a friendly. We're gonna go. What do you think, Shannon? Are we done? Do you have any more?
Yeah, I say we. Yes, we're done. We gave all the info.
Okay, awesome. We're doing our podcast live every other week. On the off weeks, I will put up a video of kind of like what we talked about. Like, I'll cut it up and put it up into like a 20-minute video for you to watch.
That's cool.
Yeah. Okay, Shannon, thanks for being here with me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I'll see you in 2 weeks.
All right. Fantastic. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. I cut her off too soon. She was going to say goodbye to everyone. I forget about all the niceties sometimes. I'm just like, I just charge through life, and I sometimes forget to say goodbye, hello, how are you doing? Anyway, we'll be doing all that. Thanks for being here, you guys. This is a Highly Strange Days podcast on the Pair Woman Network. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.